Yo guys, Haku here with a Walking Dead discussion on the new Larger World promos that came out recently. I know that because not much is going on right now with the show or the comics, I haven't really been putting out a lot of content, but once the show starts back up, I'm going to be trying to put out at least 3 videos a week on The Walking Dead, plus 2 or 3 more whenever a new issue of the comics comes out. But until then, I want to try to post at least 1 video, even if it's short, a week, just to hold people over. And today I'm going to be talking about those 2 new promos. Now the first is Rick and Michonne on a hill overlooking the landscape where there are campfires burning. This is a combination of 2 comic covers, plus Michonne added in. One of Rick standing on a hill overlooking just the landscape, and one of a huge overview of the area with the campfires burning. Now I think this looks really nice. A Larger World is one of my favorite storylines in all of The Walking Dead, and I really like how they did it. I like that they used both Rick and Michonne. They have them on the hill. The way they made it looks amazing. Maybe even better than the original comic covers. I think it was very smart to do that as a promo too. It looks great for fans of the show who know nothing of the comics, and it really gets people who've read the comics excited because we know where this is going. I mean, there's not really any particular significance to any special imagery in it, but it looks very nice, and the imagery, of course, is special because, oh, this is a bigger world, we know there are more camps, but I mean, there's no like specific key story details that we can try to take guesses at. Now from this point in, I may get into some comic spoilers, but I do not do show spoilers. I do not like them. I just don't understand the reason of looking up what happens before it happens. Make guesses and theories, because that's fun to do, but once you've read what actually happens in production, then when you watch it, the magic isn't really there. Now the second has some things we can talk about. Going from the top left to bottom right, I'm going to talk about first, there's the hand holding the rosary, which I was like, I don't have any clue who it is, but my sister was like, of course, it's Carol, obviously, and that does really look like Carol's clothing and hand. But I was wondering why she's holding a rosary. And most people are saying the rosary is a sort of symbolism saying Jesus is coming. And I think that's really cool. My favorite character from the comics is Jesus, and I'm so excited to see him in the show. So I hope that's true. I hope it is just symbolism for him. Now next is just a plume of rising smoke that looks like the Larger World comic cover, and it looks really nice. It fits in with the sort of bleak but hopeful theme in it. I would say that that's the sort of theme, the feeling you get looking at it. And man, it just got me so hyped. I'm just ready for February 14th to come on already. Now next in the top right looks to be a Walker version of Deanna, and we know she didn't shoot herself, so it's completely possible. And let me tell you right now, if Walker Deanna is the cause of someone's death, it is going to break my heart. I'm going to be so upset at that and so sad, and it's going to be a very emotional moment, and that's the kind of thing I like from The Walking Dead. Just the sort of, why moments. Moments that make me just, not in a bad way, ask why they did it, but ask, why did it have to happen to them? Now next is just Morgan riding on a horse, and I didn't know if the people of Alexandria actually had horses or not, but I personally think it's going to just be Morgan on the horse going going on a patrol, and he's the one in the show that finds Jesus. It's so weird saying it like that. Or after they find Jesus, he's one of the people that just go out and search around to see if he has any men with him. And it could potentially be that for attacking Carol, they banish Morgan, and for keeping the wolf, and the wolf might hurt somebody, they banish Morgan. But I don't really see that happening. I think that's very unlikely. Now next is the one I have absolutely no clue about. It's just a big old satellite. And my best guess at that is maybe it's the TV show version of one of the group's headquarters. Like maybe it's going to be something that's at or near the hilltop. Maybe it's going to be something they take shelter in on the way there or something. That could actually work for the scene that we know is coming with Negan, if that's where they take shelter for the night and where the Lucille scene happens. I could be down for that. Or it could even be the show's version of Sanctuary. I kind of doubt it, but it could. Could be, if we even get more of the Wolves, and I don't think we are, it could be the Wolves headquarters. I don't know. Could be a lot of things, but like I said, no clue with this one. Looks cool though. And next we have an RV followed by a car, or what looks like a car. And I think that's going to be Rick, Jesus, and whoever Rick takes with him trying to find the hilltop for the first time. And it looks very nice. If that's how they do it, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy either way, but I think that looks really nice, and I'm glad they're doing it. Now finally, it's Rick with the little blur across near his face, and I do think, like a lot of people have already said, that's going to be blurred out Lucille, probably in the last episode of the season, and oh man, I personally think that the season's going to end with a cliffhanger, and we're not going to get to see who gets that death, but I think that's really going to lessen the impact of the death, because then you have an entire just months before the show picks back up next season to say, okay, one of those characters is going to die, and I need to prepare myself for it. I think it'll be much more impactful if someone gets that death, then Negan just says ta-ta and walks away, and the last thing we're left with in the season is the rest of the group just crying over the body of whoever gets that death as Negan's group is walking away. So those are my thoughts on the promos. Like if you guys liked the video, subscribe for more stuff, and follow the Twitter if you want updates on when more videos are coming. I will see you guys around.